Hello, today I'll show you how to set up a trial environment for Dynamics 365. We'll start in an incognito browser and go to trials.dynamics.com. Once we've landed on the page, you will note that most of the customer engagement modules are shown. However, you can also see the ones for ERP on the system. Instead of signing up for an individual application, we'll have a look at the trial for development purposes and click on the link that says sign up here. On this particular option box, we'll select no, continue signing up. At this point in time, you will enter your email address that you want to set up in conjunction with this particular account. It will ask you to set up an account where you can put in your details. Put in my contact number. And I am going to change my company name to be me. And it is quite particular about the format of the numbers. So no plus, add the 27 and put in your contact number over there. You also need to indicate company size. I usually just go with one person. Click on next. It will then ask you to send a text to you. The number will already be populated. Just make sure you correct it to remove the country code out. Ask it to send you the verification code and make sure you've got your number, your cell phone close by to be able to enter the number. Once you have verified your number, it will ask you to create your business identity. I find when setting up a trial environment, it's always helpful to have a system that includes a particular date and unique identifier. So for my example, I will use trial, and I usually like to put in trial 2020, the month, the date, and then oftentimes I'll include my initials as well. So because I have created one today already, I'll make this one VB1. I'll click on check availability to see if it's available. It confirms that it is, and I'll click next. So now you need to set up your first account for this environment. I find it's always safe to go with an admin, and then there you see the full email address that admin will be using. We need to set up a password. Make sure it's something that you are comfortable with and can remember. If you set up a few of these, you can unselect. Click on sign up. Now this step is very important, and it's important to make sure that your network remains stable during this process. It can take a few moments to spin up the new environment, but once it has spun up, it will take you to the new environment. So as you can see, we're all set. So let's click on let's go. Now you'll note we're being directed to admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. This will, going forward, be the admin center for the Power Platform, including Dynamics 365. So we've landed on the environment management page, and we just need to give it a bit more information regarding the environment that we want to set up. So let's go give our environment a name. I'm going to call it my August demo trial. It's a trial subscription based. It advises the region, and then I can just give it a bit of a description. So a once-off trial of customer engagement. Right. It will always create a database for this type of environment. We click next. give the system some time. You are then able to provide the URL that you want to use for your environment. Again, this needs to be unique within your region, and you need to change this to your company name should you wish to, but as this is just a trial environment, I'll be leaving it as such. And then we can go down. We can say, well, we'd like to deploy the Power Apps as well and enable the Dynamics 365 apps. And we're asking for all enterprise applications. However, should you just wish to do customer service or sales professional, you'll be able to select those as well. And now we'll see there our new environment exists, August demo trial. And currently it's saying preparing instance. Now this can take a few moments, so I recommend giving it a minute or two and then just clicking on the refresh button. Okay, now that our environment is there, let's go and select our environment. It provides us with our environment URL, which we will use to navigate to the environment, advises which resources can be found in this environment, and also on which software version we are sitting. At the moment, we're on 2020 release wave 1, as release wave 2 is still set to off. Right, we can see database version as well, and currently there's no security group assigned. Right, so let's go and have a look at the environment that we just created. So I'm just going to right click on here and ask it to open up in a new tab. Now that we are on the Dynamics main application page, you are able to see all the published applications that are relevant for this particular implementation and this particular SKU for the trial environment. So if we have a look, the two main ones that we really would be interested in would be the Sales Hub as well as the Customer Service Hub. The others are always important, so Field Service is also one of the business applications apps that will be licensed separately. Customer service is licensed on its own, and sales is generally licensed on its own. However, together they form what is known as the Dynamics Customer Engagement Business Applications. So let's get started and have a look at Customer Service Hub as an example. At first glance, you'll note that there are already that there's already a established system in place where you can log cases, track accounts and contacts, as well as track dashboards. There's also some sample data within the environment to allow your users to get a good feel for what is happening in the trial environment and what the capabilities of the system are, so they can have a look at what the system would feel like and behave like in a regular production system, as well as any particular timelines or SLAs that may have been set up. So that's from a cases point of view. If we navigate to accounts as an example, you will note that there are also default accounts available in the system for the team to work with and use during their testing period that they'll be using in the trial environment.